Hey there, it's Ty at Forged Wood. Today we're in the finishing room. We get a lot of questions on what finish we use and how we apply it. So today I'm going to answer those questions. I'm going to show you what we use predominantly, how we apply it, some of the steps go into getting that perfect finish. So if this sounds like something that'll help improve your finishing game, stay tuned. We're going to get right into it. So word of caution right out of the gate is this is a professional finish. So you need to research these products, make sure you have the proper PPE when you're using these and using them in an appropriate environment. Sherwin-Williams Sherwood Water White Conversion Varnish is the varnish we use. This is a medium hand rub effect, which kind of gives it a hand rubbed appearance, looks like a hand rub oil finish. The catalyst that activates the varnish to cure rapidly, and then there is a reducer. We use butyl acetate to maintain HAPS compliance, and we add the butyl acetate at a ratio that fits what we're spraying. So if we're doing a primer coat or a top coat, we may change the amount of butyl acetate that we put into the product. So the spray gun we use is a Spectrum. This is a Harbor Freight spray gun. It's one of their nicer spray guns if they have nice spray guns. But I'll tell you what, for a clone, this thing has held up very well over the years. I've been using the spray gun for, my gosh, 5 years now, at least. And I clean it good every time I use it, and soak the parts in solvent so they don't get cruddy over time. And it has performed exceptionally well. So highly recommend this product. So we mix this product by weight. You have 3 components, like I'd mentioned earlier: the conversion varnish itself, the catalyst, and the butyl acetate reducer. So we have a spreadsheet program on the computer in the office, so we can just put in there how much product we want. Say we want 30 ounces of finished product. It'll output the exact amount in grams of each component to add. And so we just put the mixing can onto the scale, weigh out each component. We're adding the butyl acetate right now. And yeah, so it just makes it very easy, and it's always mixed exactly how it should be. The last component we're adding here is the catalyst, and once this is added, the product has about a 24-hour shelf life, so we only mix as much as we need for any given project.
So one of the very most important things in finishing is dust control. You're going to see me grabbing this out of my pocket over and over again. That's a tack cloth, and it's basically a resin-soaked cheesecloth that clings to dust. So you don't want dust floating around when you're spraying a finish. It'll get in your finish, causes rough spots, looks bad. So keeping a clean environment is essential. This room we're working in is a positive pressure downdraft spray booth. It means it's bringing fresh air in, pressurizing the room, and then that air is exhausting through a filtered vent. Traps all of the overspray and dust and keeps the air in the room fresh and safe. We've got these all wiped down. We're going to spray the backs first. All right, we've got our finish in our gun. We're ready to start spraying. We've wiped the dust off of these parts. We're going to spray the backs first so that can dry, and then we can move on to spraying the tops and sides.
pieces are out of the finish room and sitting in this adjoining room. This is also our lumber room, but when customers aren't here, a lot of times we use it as an area to finish in. So we've got the pieces just sitting up on racks drying. They'll sit there for another 15 or 20 minutes, and then we'll sand that first coat, and I'll show you that in just a second. So about a half an hour has passed since we started spraying. This is the very first shelf we sprayed, so we're going to work through the shelves in the order they were sprayed, so they'll all be at the same level of dryness when we're sanding them. So we're just using 320 grit sandpaper. We're going to sand the first coat. This will be the only time we sand these. The other two coats we're going to put on top of this first coat will go on almost back to back, and there won't be any sanding in between. It's possible if we get a piece of speck of dust or something in the finish, we'll come back and sand those areas, touch them up and respray them, but this is the only sand.
So each part is only going to come into the finish room one more time. So it'll come in, it'll be finished, 2 coats, take them back out to dry, and we'll just progress through the 6 floating shelves in the mantle.
All 6 of those floating shelves and that mantle are finished. 1 primer coat, 2 top coats. So that is the big advantage of this finish, is how quickly we can progress through the finishing process. So it's about 3 o'clock now. I started finishing at around noon, so about 3 hours. Even with taking time to film this, it took about 3 hours start to finish. And these shelves and mantle will be able to be handled easily tomorrow and installed if need be, and used. They're done. So pretty fantastic product. Definitely a commercial grade product compared to some of the other consumer grade finishes that might take 2 or 3 days to wait for each coat to dry and then come back and sand and do those subsequent coats. So anyhow, hope you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, or follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I appreciate you watching, and have a great day.